Hi, this is Brian with Trayvax, and I'm here with Ryan. Ryan's a friend of mine, and avid outdoorsman, and we wanted to introduce a new product that we came out with just this year.
So, Brian, what made you want to build the Storyteller?
Yeah, so we love the Solostove. Great product.
Yeah.
They've sold who knows how many. Got to be millions of these things. But we looked at it and decided there was a couple of things we could improve on. And so what we have in this is a product that burns a little bit hotter. It's more portable. It's got handles on it, so it's easier to move.
Yeah.
It's got a smaller footprint, and we make it right here in the USA. And so we can actually be competitive price-wise in a product made in USA. And they're both great products.
Yeah.
But there's some things we think are a little better on this one.
Yeah. No, I'd have to agree on that.
Okay.
First time seeing both, I would definitely have to agree on that.
The other thing that I do notice about this one as opposed to this one is because it's elevated off the ground, and because we get a little better airflow on the bottom, there's way more heat coming out lower than there is in this. None of the heat is really generated until you get about halfway up the cylinder, and so it all comes out over the top. So, as you sit close to it, this thing will warm my feet, it'll warm my legs, it'll warm my lower body. This thing will warm my chest, and it'll warm my face. And they're, like I say, they're both fantastic products. This just puts out a little better heat than that one does.
Yeah.
And we ran some computer models to figure out exactly how to get the way they make them smokeless is called a reburn. So you set up these vents so the heat coming out of the top, the smoke coming out of the top, effectively gets sucked back down and reburns and goes through the fire again. If you look at the refineries and things like that, where they have exhaust coming out the top, they have a reburn system. You see the flames coming out of the top to reduce the smoke. And so basically that's what we did, and they did it as well. I think ours is a little more efficient on the reburn, but they both do a good job.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I know that is stainless steel. What is this guy made of?
This is made out of a carbon steel, and one of the ideas is it conducts heat a little better.
Yeah.
They both have an insulated airspace in between, and you need that for the airflow.
Okay.
But even with that, there's two differences. One, the airflow might be a little better on this one than this, but they both have pretty good airflow. But if you measure these things, like right now here at the top, you're just over 300 degrees. You look at this one over here, and you're about 200 degrees.
Okay.
So there's about a 100-degree difference between the heat coming off this guy and the heat coming off this guy. But the biggest difference is at the bottom. You're 128 degrees, 117 degrees.
Gotcha.
The further down you go, 125 degrees. I think it spiked up when you got in the air vent. It spikes up a little bit, but basically all the way up and down this, you're around 120, 130 degrees. If you start down at the bottom, you're still 240 degrees, 270 degrees, 280 degrees, 300 degrees, 330, 340. There's no place anywhere near this machine that you get close to that. At the very top, you're getting up in the mid twos. But
you feel it
you're not getting well into the threes. Yeah, the other thing is if you look at the bottom, you see the vent holes down here.
Yeah.
And if you start measuring off this, it puts out, again, you're up to 300 degrees in the bottom of this thing.
The craziest thing is that you can grab, with it being that hot though, you could still grab these handles.
Yeah, if you want to move this thing closer, you can drag that thing over, move it a little bit, move it around. You're not going to move that thing. You got to wait till that thing gets cooled off.
You have to hose it off.
Yeah, pretty much. But most people, it's not a big deal all the time. I mean, most people are going to sit around the fire and they're going to leave it there, and the next morning you come and move it off. Yeah. So they're both really functional.
Oh, I love this, man.
The other thing this will do is those legs, if you want to pack it around, the legs come off, and you can put it inside the fire pit. And so what we're thinking about doing, we haven't done it yet, but we thought about making a little backpack for this. So,
now you're speaking my language, I tell you what.
Yeah, so you could literally throw the legs in there, put this thing, a couple shoulder straps, you can pack this thing in wherever you want to go.
That's fantastic. So the legs come off, they go inside of it.
Yeah, it's just resting on those legs. And the way it's designed, they come out at a certain angle.
Yeah.
When it goes in, you put the weight on it, it locks them in.
Gotcha.
And then you lift the thing up, and it'll stay in place. But you can also remove them.
That's slick.
It works pretty slick to pack.
That's real
pack
slick.
it around. So definitely a higher degree of portability. So Ryan, Reader's Digest version. We've been working on this project for about a year.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think. Room for improvement? Do you like it? Give me your honest assessment.
Well, when it first saw this, I saw this one first when you guys brought it out, and I had not seen the Storyteller yet. And so the first thing I thought of was no handles, and the awkward ability with it, but a great product once I saw it, fired up. That being said, as far as, me with a family, wife and kid, father of 3, portability is like my biggest thing, and something that isn't going to be another hassle, right? So I'm just loving this. I'm loving the amount of heat that resonates from it. I'm loving the fact that I can take the legs off, store it inside. The fact that I can actually hold it with it being so hot, if I need to stoke the fire, what have you. I can move it. I don't need to wait for it to cool down to move it. I would go with the Storyteller. Truly, is my honest assessment.
All right, so we hit one out of the park.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, at least one. Yeah.
All right, sounds good, man. I appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, thanks, Fred.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, appreciate you.